Toby Altizer in for JP today. So Saquon Barkley was kind of making the rounds of Commanders Twitter this weekend because apparently when you score a touchdown, BMitch, when you're down 33 to 28, you score a touchdown with 6 seconds left. You're supposed to just go back and pretend like nothing happened. Apparently the team, according to him, celebrated too much. Here's Saquon Barkley saying it's what motivated them going into the NFC Championship.
The mindset kind of going to this game too is the last time we played this team, we lost. We kind of gave the game away. That's why you got to be careful what you do. We remember how they celebrated. If this was college, they would have stormed the field. That's what it felt like. That definitely was on the back of the line.
Well, let me just say this. He's lying. He's doing exactly what people in that town does. He's talking bad. He's trying to find something to motivate him. If you said that y'all gave that game away, well, damn, Washington gave away the NFC Championship game because they gave you, 4 or 5 turnovers in that game. They gave you fumbles in your possession and things of that nature. If they don't fumble the ball, it's a different story. It's a different ending. It's like as one-sided. But I don't recall them dudes celebrating like they were storming the field.
No, I mean, it wasn't like the Chicago game.
And what he has to realize, you went there, you got to get your thing. And Paul. But you live in a town where when people win, they always act like it's the end of the world. And when they lose, they talk about the team like it's the end of the world. So dude, chill with that crap.
I have not seen a fan base, Mitch, that they win the Super Bowl and they care more about another team more than their own, it feels like.
Well, it sounds like the players are that way
That's
too,
what
right?
I'm saying. Philly, they win the Super Bowl. Congratulations, you won. Enjoy your Super Bowl. Stop worrying about Jaden Daniels. Stop worrying about, oh, man, they celebrated too hard when they beat us in the regular season.
After the fact, you can make anything you want. Once you accomplish the goal, then you can make anything you want. Be the reason it happened. I would like to believe the reason that they won the Super Bowl because they had the better defense, they got the better offense. They went out there and did. I don't think, listen, man, if you are a true competitor, I don't give a damn if you win the game or lose the game. The next time you play anybody, you want to beat them. So to try to act like, oh, that gave us all the motivation, you didn't already have that? Then something's wrong with you.
It's the NFC Championship.
Yeah, so that's the motivation. Like, listen, man, I have been in situations where I remember when we played Philly in that body bag game, one game that they like to talk about all. And Coach Gibbs said, we will see him again, and we'll get him. He predicted what was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't wait till after everything was over to start saying, this is the reason we did so and so. I just want people that were sitting there and saying, did anybody act like it was the end of the world? They stormed the field? I don't think anybody did that.
And what I just don't understand is, if you want to say they gave it away, whatever. Washington turned the ball over 5 times. Philly didn't take advantage. Jalen Hurts got hurt, which, by the way, missed me with the boo-hoo about that. When you run your quarterback and he gets hurt, that ain't the defense's fault. That ain't luck.
Listen, bro. Football is a game of missed opportunities and opportunities. Football is a game of fumbles and not. Football is taking full advantage of when you get a chance or not taking advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear the excuses about quarterback got hurt. If he got hurt. Okay? They turned the ball over. You couldn't do nothing with it. They did something with it when they had opportunity to do it. Just like in the NFC Championship game. They turned the ball over. You did something with it. Why couldn't you do the same thing that game did? It wasn't in the cards for you. You wouldn't know your best at things. And I think sometimes it's even more noble just to say we didn't play our best. They did. They made all the plays they needed to. We didn't make them when we needed. You get respect like that. Saquon is not even a trash talker. Now he gonna talk trash because he in Philly.
And I don't get that because I actually like Saquon. I think he's a decent dude and he's a fun player to watch. Unfortunately, he plays for a rival. But what the heck does that mean? That watching them celebrate a game, which, by the way, you're telling me Philadelphia had won a game where they were trailing for the entire time. They're playing a team that they have struggled to beat, right? Mm-hmm. And they're playing a team that is a top dog. That if they go out there and say they beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the regular season on a touchdown with 6 seconds to go, they wouldn't celebrate?
Yeah, they would. Listen, man. Listen. When you, as I said, it sounds like a pot calling the kettle black. You are in a town where celebration, obnoxious celebration is normal. Okay? And jumping to conclusions and losing your mind is normal. Now you're gonna say something about another town when it didn't happen in the way you said it happened. So listen, man, you could relax. Y'all won. Nobody can take that away from you. But please don't try to use this as the reason. Because you didn't play us in every game. You played other teams too. So other teams you have to play. So so therefore you won the Super Bowl now. What's the motivation for the next time? If it's that motivation to do that, so now you got the best of them. You're not motivated now?
How much is, and unfortunately for Washington, the way that the schedule works, they're not gonna see Philly till way into the season, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. But how does that resonate in the locker room? Obviously, you probably didn't have these sorts of clips going around when you were playing, but when when someone says something like this, how does that resonate?
If somebody says something, let's just say me. When someone says something that's out of bounds or whatever crazy, I take it and put it in my pocket for later. Okay, I'm going to use whatever I can. I'm already motivated, but guess what? I'm going to use a little something extra. Let's say I just finished up my workout and I'm like, damn, I wanted to do another rep, but I can't get it done. Oh, he said this. Oh, I'm going to get another rep in.
Mm-hmm.
I will push the limit because I am revengeful as hell. Okay? I want to step on your damn neck, cut off your wind. It just take you out, make you just become lifeless. That's how I think. Many people don't. Okay? And if there are guys that are motivated by it, and I know somebody said something about a certain player on the team, you think I wouldn't be in practice saying what the dude said? Man, you remember this happening, man. You gonna let that happen again? Get him motivated. I was that guy and would be. So this would not be the end of him hearing it. But you got to handle your business to be able to make him have to eat it again.
Well, and another crazy part about this too is it's not as if they were playing at Northwest Stadium. It's not as if they were playing that game at the Link and they're celebrating on your home turf, and like that's another element that just makes no sense to me.
Listen, bro, who really cares? That's the way I look at it.
Well,
who cares?
And I think too, what the team has done this offseason, it seems like they're in a better position going forward against the Eagles because that's still the top dog in the NFC. They got to knock them off. But I think part of it too is Philly fans have gotten insecure because they look at the quarterback here and they're a little